Hey everyone, it's Chris Loud. Today I'll be diving into the topic of chasing and acting on those creative sparks of inspiration, especially when it comes to abstract painting. If you've ever found yourself overflowing with ideas but unsure of where to begin, or if you felt stuck in a rut without that magical spark, this video is for you. I'll be sharing a sped up demo of a test painting where I acted on one of those bits of inspiration. So, creative sparks can come from anywhere. Nature, everyday objects, a memory, a mood. For me, this painting and another I'll show you at the end of the video were inspired by some images of ornate cobblestone streets I recently saw. The interplay of color and shape kind of reminded me a bit of aged and weathered mosaic tiles, or even kind of an old dulled stained glass window. I'll be using Prussian Blue, Naples Yellow, Titanium White, Mars Black, some charcoal, and some Caran d'Ache water-soluble wax pastels or crayons. So the key to chasing those sparks is first to notice them, because creative inspiration often appears to us unexpectedly. So, keep a small notebook or a sketchbook or a note-taking app on your phone. Jot down quick ideas, color palettes, or shapes that catch your eye. It might sound simple, but capturing these fleeting moments can become the foundation of your next painting. And once we sense that spark of inspiration, it's time to find a way to play with it. Maybe we're drawn to a particular color, like the vibrant blue or soft yellows I'm using in this piece, or there's a shape we can't get out of our head. For this painting, I started with a quick and rough layer of Prussian Blue and then applied a mix of Naples Yellow and Titanium White over top, making sure to let some of that blue show through, and that gave it a more weathered look, much like what you might see with old stones. I used a brayer to spread the lighter colors over top of the blue to give it kind of an uneven look. I didn't want it well blended. I just wanted it kind of spread out a little bit. And then I sketched in some loose curved diamond shapes with charcoal to start playing with the pattern and composition. And, when we get these ideas, it's beneficial to experiment in small sketches first. So try, rough compositions or color tests. And don't overthink your first step. Just start. Let the process guide you. And we should embrace the abstract approach. Abstract art frees us from the pressure of realism. And in this painting, this is, I would say this is kind of a semi-abstract. You definitely can get the feel of cobblestones that I was, seeing in that image. But I was not really trying to go with anything that looked real. I was just playing with shapes. So instead of, capturing a perfect likeness, we can focus on what sparks our imagination. That might be color gradients or texture, shape relationships, and the emotional response that they might evoke. So in this painting, I leaned into the sense of flow, letting the paint run, blend organically, and then refining the shapes with bold outlines. So, focus on the feeling or energy you want to capture. Allow yourself to make mistakes, and those might lead to some breakthroughs in your piece. And respond to your work in progress. Art is a conversation. Every brushstroke or layer of color is like saying something on the canvas. And then we step back to listen and observe the mood, the balance, the contrast. And that's how we respond with the next brush stroke or mark or layer of paint. We like to, we like the way certain colors play off of each other. And maybe we highlight that more. If there's something that feels too busy, simplify. The painting itself guides us. And if you're someone that actually talks to your painting, that's okay. I say that because I know I've talked to my painting before. Where are we going right now? It really is a conversation when you're creating. You are, putting something down and reacting to that. So, periodically step back from your work to gain perspective. Take photos of your paintings in progress. Sometimes a quick snapshot helps you see it in a new way. Sometimes I'll take a picture and then go into my edit mode on my phone and change it to black and white, put a black and white filter on to see how it looks. And you'd be surprised at what you'll see sometimes that you didn't see when you're looking straight on at that piece. So definitely, have that conversation with your painting. And it's important to cultivate a habit of inspiration. Inspiration doesn't always strike on command, but we can train ourselves to look for it in our environment. We can surround ourselves with art that excites us. Spend time in nature, observe architectural shapes, or even check out the patterns on your clothing. There's design everywhere. It's all about training your eye to notice and appreciate. And then when we do notice, make note of it, whether that's an actual written note or by taking a picture or sketching, some way of capturing that creative spark of inspiration. So keep practicing regularly. Work on noticing things around you that catch your eye, even in small bursts, just so the creative flow stays active. So I'll show you the final painting here, and I'll show you the second one as well, but I'm going to show you some different orientations. And, remember, inspiration is a spark. It lights up our minds. It's up to us to fan it into flame. So don't, wait for the perfect moment or for motivation to strike. Just pick up your brush or pencil and start experimenting. Abstract painting is all about exploration and energy and emotion, so have fun and let your creativity lead the way. Keep chasing those sparks of inspiration. Thanks for watching, and keep on painting.